Suddenly there's a big hole in the yard. The owner sees, just about to get angry. I saw the dog moaning at my house, smiling that crawled out of the hole. People can't understand. If you have a warm home, you don't stay. No matter the sun and rain. In this hole. This makes the boss very nervous. My dog is not here. The boss tried to fill this hole, but just don't pay attention and dig the hole again. Even a hole is not enough. He's digging another hole on the other side these days. And then it's digging 2 holes. Dig out a tunnel. But the dog at SAO is not home. I want to be in this dark, wet hole. No matter what advice I give you, the boss said she didn't know either. I've never abused him before. She's been groaning for years. I usually think of him as part of the family. The dog in the hole. It does not resist contact with the owner, even every time he does it with a big smile. To find the cause, the boss invited a cameraman from the village to come. Microcirculation moves the lens into the hole. Everyone was immediately surprised. And in the hole, the puppies came. The eyes are not open. It looks like he was born a few days ago. The number of dogs is not small. The boss was very surprised. And then go into the hole by yourself. Drag every puppy in Ra's pit. After pulling out the 6th, she groaned in front of the hole. The boss picked it up. I found another one in the hole. Before the moaning stops, the boss picked it up. There are 7 dogs in total. They haven't even opened their eyes. She's also fat and healthy. I love seeing cute dogs. And then they invited the vet. The vet said the puppies are all very healthy. Maybe my dog took good care of them. This is when people are not paying attention. Are cutting each puppy back in the hole. But in the hole, it's dark and it's damp. Why do you keep trying to hide me in there? The boss guessed the cause. It turns out that Moan had given birth before. People help him take care of the puppy, waiting for them to milk. Give each one to you. The other parent only knows that the child is gone. So when she's pregnant again, worried you'll leave it. He chose to hide me in a dark, moist hole. Don't let anyone see it. The boss's husband knows this. I want to try to bring you out, so they can be in a comfortable, warm place. But moaning and growling, no matter what advice it takes, it stays in the hole. The good boss didn't force it either. I am touched by your love for me. So we built a roof over the hole. Help the dogs have something to hide from the rain. He promised to take good care of his family. Finally, I wish a happy dog home in the future. Please like our wonderful mother dog. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you everyone. Do you believe in dogs? Can you see what people don't see? This Shiba dog is called AIA. He kept staring at the ceiling, looking mysterious. But strangely, there's nothing on the ceiling. The owner rushed to comfort him. AIA has calmed down a bit, but then he looked up at the ceiling. He finally saw something normal. A stranger comes into the dog's house to have such a reaction. Maybe he saw something SAO. The owner said he bought this apartment 2 months ago. At first, there was no such reaction, but last week, after we went to her grandfather's funeral, he kept looking at the ceiling that night. Someone told him about Theo. This makes the girl very nervous. Someone told her to move her attention. She just opened the bag. It's coming back. She poured food into the ceiling. At first I focused on eating. I suddenly raised my head and stared at the ceiling. Looked tense and scared. And bark as if warning. Volunteers hold a heat recorder to measure the ceiling. I didn't find any animals. Maybe he saw that thing. It's been like that for a week. It scares its owner. I can't sleep, but I don't know where the problem is. The owner said he'd never believed anything like that. But after coming to his funeral, AIA's change made him feel very strange. 3 days after returning to the old house. Look at the ceiling again. I looked for a while and started barking. This change is hard to explain. It's hard for everyone to understand. It's worse than the night. Staring at the ceiling all week. The crew couldn't sleep well either. Someone suggested measuring Ben on the ceiling. But even though it's quiet, AIA still looks up and barks very strangely. Volunteers also help. Contact the building manager. After inspection, the person in charge said the apartment above has been unoccupied for 2 years. There will be no noise. Still haven't found the cause. AIA's behavior is getting more serious. The spirit is not good. I always feel something in my head. The owner said he loved her very much when he was alive and said he followed me home. But she also said she doesn't believe these things. But I'm scared from night to morning. She can't sleep well. Even if you lie down to rest. AIA also looked up at the ceiling. The expression is very serious and very serious. Finally, volunteers invite dog trainers to come. He appeared in a few episodes ago. He can solve everything. This time he can find out. This does not help to get back to normal. He studied for a moment and laughed, and said it could be solved. The number of dogs in his house. You have to use a new container every time the puppy comes to eat. It's going to be in a very short line like this. A month ago, his mother's dog named N.A. gave birth to 9 puppies. A week later, another mother dog named Cotton. Not wanting to be inferior to AI, she gave birth to my 10 more children. Then this is a great sorrow. These 2 dogs don't give birth. Once the baby is born, the next one is born more than the first. Fortunately, my uncle's house is pretty good. You really can't raise 19. Uncle said. Suddenly there are new members in the house. That makes you tired every day. Then he knocked on the iron barrel. The puppies heard the knock. I know that meal time has come. They are all running down the stairs. The earliest ones started eating. Because there's a lot of puppies, the ones who come later have nothing to eat. So my uncle put them in a pot. Make sure everyone has a part. Look at the same puppies. I suspect they have the same father. The puppies after a full meal. It's very spiritual. Making trouble is their genius. Then I saw them again. Take your uncle's blanket outside. Puppies are not afraid of heaven or earth. Having fun is the most important thing for them. I find them so cute. So my uncle couldn't beat them. The only thing you can do is stop them. Take the blanket. The dogs just have to find something else. They can't keep their mouths free. That the dog on the other side is starting to play with the roll of paper. Even if you can't stay in one place. The puppy thought to himself that this roll of paper was cool. You have to know how to roll. It's magical. Even my uncle in the house is busy. He's cooking dinner for the puppies. You really have a lot of money. The dog food looks really good. Even soup is stewed from the bones that rot. Seeds also pour down endlessly without fear of spending money. I played all day so I was tired. They've never wasted food before. After each meal, make sure there is only air in the bowl. The dog is also eaten very well. Chicken meal with full nutrient fruits. After the dogs are drunk, the whole family started working. Each person is assigned a different task. The people inside take a shower for the dogs. And the people outside take on the task of drying hair. It's been a really hard day. Journalists have to go to bed on time. What's interesting is the 19 puppies. I never got my mother wrong. The reporter did not believe. He counted through one turn and actually counted out 9. The other one is 10. My uncle said they've been like that since childhood. I'm always on my way to sleep as an instinct. The next day my uncle invited the vet to his house to take turns examining 19 puppies. Fortunately, the dogs are healthy. The situation of the mother dog. It's not very optimistic, because I have to feed a lot of babies. So his body was severely debilitated. The best way now is to milk the puppies. Finally, at the recommendation of the vet, my uncle spent a lot of money to make a feeding trough for the press. They also put milk in the food. Next, bring all the puppies. The 19 puppies are eating very well. It's a very formal setting. It's getting cold. He even gave them warm clothes. He said he would not deliver these 19 puppies for who, and will do their best to raise them on their own until they grow up. This is really a big family. Happiest in the world. This husky is round and has cheekbones. Lifting your head also takes effort. When hungry, eat a lot of vegetables. The owner patted him saying you should lose weight. Then use your power to pick it up. Its name is Do Thing, weighs nearly 40 kilograms. It's round like a pedestal. It's very difficult for the owner to make it work. My feet are going to look like corgi. The owner stuck a flower on his back. IQ is limited. Results due to impatience. Rolling around looking like a round piece of meat. The grass in the garden was also eaten. But that bite is quite useful. If you want to eat a bone, even though it feels no different. The owner said he was 7 years old. Always lived in the barbecue shop. Before that, he was a very thin wild dog. After adoption, bringing him home from the rescue station. Everyone in the house loves it. This is what happens when you get home. Because it was too thin, it was called a throwaway. It's now round like this. I can't turn my head anymore. There's fat on the face. The owner said he ate too much meat, and I can eat a lot more. Eating without food will get hot. Some people say fake fat. After taking a shower, the owner realized that even if his hair was wet, the people of the world, nothing has changed. See, you all meet. The owner is barbecuing for guests. The sweet fragrance that flies all over the place. Something in the room smells. The belly is buzzing again, and it's barking in the cage. Then lie on the ground pretending to be pitiful. It's like I haven't eaten meat in years. The girl said she's losing weight now. You can only eat low-calorie foods like mushrooms. The owner just put the food down. Eating 2 pieces is over. This is not enough for teeth. After eating, he ran out to play. But your physical strength is limited. I was tired for 2 minutes. He was too old to be tired to lie on the grass. Age is a matter of life. The dog trainer came the next day. You touch the thing. I was surprised to see the husky roll like that. You can even turn your head. He can't see her when he wears the necklace. Theo will start training, but you're pretending to die like you're flipping. Finally the owner pulls it thick. It's starting to go too, but he doesn't listen very much, so now we're going to have to teach him how to listen. The trainer puts some meat on the grass. When you're passing by, it teaches you not to eat. Listen to the owner. For the first time I ate something. There is only food in his eyes. Watch out, training is quite difficult. The second time it was pulled away. After a few trainings, what I understood was that no order from the owner, then it's not allowed to eat anything. After 2 hours, it was temporarily satisfactory. The next thing is to run. After running 2 laps on the grass, the owner was so tired that he fell down. The dog doesn't feel thin. The owner is thinner. The man sitting on the ground said he was tired. Then she smiles again, haha.